Harley Davidson taps into its very own deep historical roots, embedded in the soil of the custom culture of yesteryear, to bring us the FXFBS Fat Bob 114. As the devilishly clever name implies, the sheet metal is heavily chopped like the gassers of old. In much the same spirit, the powerful V-twin engine delivers the goods for your stoplight burnin adventures, and with much the same look as its forebears. The current Fat Bob platform first rolled in late 2017, around the time when the MoCo retired its aging Dyna platform in favor of the second-generation Softail chassis. The Fat Bob is one of the few bikes that made the cut, as the factory looked to consolidate around its most popular designs while giving the axe to the rest. The Harley Davidson Fat Bob 114 produces 100.5 horsepower and 118 pound-feet of torque. Best of all, the grunt tops out at a low 3,000 revolutions per minute, so you can count on plenty of tractable power as soon as you rev up past idle speed, which will help secure the holeshots as you come off the light. The Milwaukee Eight 114 powers this newest generation of HD's latest big twin lump that has a smaller sibling. Gassers were all about performance, so the larger engine size was the right move here. The Mil 8 engine itself marks a return to the norm after years of twin-cam nonsense, as it has only a single cam to time the pushrods for both heads. This means the old nosecone cam cover design once again graces the right side of the engine. The pushrod geometry also returns to the old arrangement as well, which makes this a very good-looking machine indeed. Power flows through a slip and assist clutch that delivers a light lever pull and provides some anti-back torque protection. A 6-speed tranny does its thing with a carbon-reinforced belt drive and a Fat Bob top speed around 110 miles per hour. Gasser bike builders tried to maximize performance by chopping off anything that doesn't directly contribute to performance. This is borne out here in the teeny-tiny front fender, lightning holes in the exhaust shield, and a heavily whacked rear fender that barely reaches the end of its struts. The fat hoops are yet another old-school custom item that pairs nicely with the copious blackout treatment found throughout. Inverted forks lend it a sporty air with blackout coverage of its own to go with the monochromatic headlight housing and triple tree. The cockpit is similarly dark with black risers, handlebar, mirrors and bullet turn signal housings. Even the tank mount instrument console and filler cap come shot in black, which is a great place for it. Nothing more annoying than chrome trying to put your eyes out when under harsh lighting, be it natural light or otherwise. The 3.5-gallon fuel tank carries a classic teardrop profile with contrasting paint panels on the side. It really makes it pop against the backdrop of the trio of sheet metal colorways for this year. A deep scoop seat cradles the pilot's bum at 27.7 inches off the deck, providing you weigh at least 180 pounds to get the suspension properly compressed. The seat is a Mustang-style unit with a built-in pillion pad that tapers off sharply. The focus is on looks, not passenger comfort. An LED light bar joins with blackout bullet housings on the fender and struts. The tag mounted off to the left side doesn't clutter up that clean rear end. The chassis on the Fat Bob contributes quite a lot to the looks, because it's a Softail. The frame geometry is similar to the ones in early 40s when rigid rear ends and hydraulic front ends overlapped. It's a lie, of course. The triangular swing cage-style swingarm mimics the rigid bike geometry, but comes hinged with modern suspension for a modern ride. This is especially true now, as this second-generation frame addresses the problems with the original, namely poor handling and comfort issues, for a smooth, sporty ride. High-tensile steel makes up the skeleton and has a full dual downtube or double cradle section that supports the engine as a non-stressed member with a rectangular cross-section steel backbone for strength. Rake and trail measure 28 degrees and 5.2 inches respectively for more custom looks and stable handling, even in blustery crosswinds. Inverted 43mm forks float the front end on fixed damping values, Outback, a single hidden shock makes the magic happen with a hand-adjustable preload feature for quick tweaks in response to cargo or passenger weight changes. Cast aluminum. 16-inch wheels round out the rolling chassis. They come shod in Dunlop HD Series blackwalls in a 150/80ths ahead of a 180/70ths for oodles of visual weight down low. Curb weight is up there in cruiser territory at 675 pounds wet. It's no surprise that the factory opted for dual front brakes with 300mm front discs and 4-bore calipers, opposite a 292mm disc and twin-pot binder out back. ABS is an available option.